Dear students, no pain, no gain. So with hard work only we can get something. We can have the success, right? So do hard work, whatever you do it by your heart, right? Now we are dealing with chapter number 3, that is atoms and molecules. So let us continue. Now today's topic, that is chemical formula. Now what is a formula? Chemical formula is nothing but a representation of the symbols in a sequential form. So we can have that definition: chemical formula to represent the composition of a compound in the form of symbols. And to write a chemical formula, two things are important, that is symbols of elements and valency. Valency, I already told you, it is the number of electrons in the outermost shell, and symbols you know, right? Like sodium Na, potassium K, like that. Now we will see what are the rules of writing a chemical formula. So for that, I already told you, you need to know valencies of elements. In case when the compounds having metals and non-metals, always remember the metals is always written first, then comes the non-metal. So for example, sodium chloride, sodium is a metal, so sodium comes first, so NaCl, right? Now in case of polyatomic ions, that means if we have more than two ions, how to write? The ion is written in brackets, that you have to remember. Ions are written in the brackets before writing the number of ions associated to it. So if there are more than two atoms, you have to include that numbers in a bracket, that elements, that symbol in a bracket, and write down its ion, the number outside that. In case of a single ion, there is no need to mention that ion in any brackets, right? Okay. Now coming to how to write a formula of a compound, what we have to do: write the symbols first. Write the symbol of the corresponding elements first. Then write down the valencies of the respective elements below that. Then you have to cross over the valencies. For example, yes, I have given the example, sodium oxide. Now this is your compound. So sodium, the symbol is Na. Oxide, the symbol is O, that is oxygen. Sodium, the valency is +1, that is Na plus, we are always writing, so valency is +1, and O, the valency is -2. Now you have to cross it. O is crossing with this 1, N is crossing with -2. So Na first always will be metal, which is written on the left side, so it will come first. So Na crossing with 2, so 2, and O, Na2O, that is sodium oxide. Another example, aluminium chloride. Now aluminium, the symbol is Al, chloride, the symbol is Cl. Now aluminium Al3 plus, so valency is 3, and chlorine it is -1. Now I am crossing Al to 1, so Al, and Cl with 3, so Cl3 3, AlCl3, aluminium chloride. So these are one of the best examples how to do that. Now if we are writing, if you can do sodium chloride, sodium chloride, so NaCl. Now Na, what is the valency? Na plus, so 1. What is the valency of Cl? It is, I already written the symbol, okay, for your easiness. So Na, it is 1, Cl, it is 1, okay, Cl minus, so you have to cross it, so you are getting NaCl, the same symbol, so NaCl, sodium chloride. So like that, the main things you have to remember is, you have to know the symbols, that symbol you have to know, then you have to write the valency, both of them the valency, and then you have to cross it. This is how it's very easy. Now molecular mass is nothing but the summation of all atomic masses in a molecule. So you have to add all the atomic masses, and whatever you are getting, that is a molecular mass. So atomic mass you should know, you should have the idea. Now molecular mass is always expressed in atomic mass units, AMU, otherwise in short form we are writing U only, right? Then one example I have done for you, that is HNO3 nitric acid. So before doing that, we should know their atomic mass. So first we have to write it down. Atomic mass of hydrogen is 1U, atomic mass of nitrogen 14, atomic mass of oxygen 16. Now you are adding. How to find out molecular mass? You are adding all the atomic masses. So H, it is 1. So this is H atomic mass. This is N's atomic mass, and this is O's atomic mass. O3 is there. So you are 3 multiplied by 16. So you are getting the answer 63 units. Now formula unit mass, it is denoted for the ions, the elements which are in the form of ions. The sum of atomic masses of all atoms in a formula unit of a compound is called as its formula unit mass. The formula unit mass is used in the substances that constitute ions. That is the main point. So formula unit mass is meant for ions. That is important, right? Now for example, Na plus Cl minus. So these are showing the ions. Now here, as I told you in the previous classes, as I told you, when you are adding your atomic numbers, for example, oxygen, the atomic number is 8. So if you are adding oxygen, it is 8 atomic number. So when you are adding, you are getting 16. So this is the atomic mass. But in the case of sodium, it is 11. But when you are adding, you are getting 22. But the atomic mass is 23. Okay. So N ACl. So it is 23 plus, now again chlorine. Chlorine, it is 17. But when you are adding, you are getting 34. But the atomic mass is 35. Now why it is coming like that? Because in this atomic mass only it is stable. Stability related is this atomic mass. So you are getting 58.5 atomic mass unit. These two are in the ionic form. That is why it is known as formula unit mass. Now for a few examples I have done for you. Zinc oxide. Okay, zinc oxide. Just let me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Now this is zinc oxide, right? Zinc oxide. Zinc is 1 in number, 1 atom, oxygen 1. So 1 into atomic mass of zinc plus 1 into atomic mass of oxygen. So 1 into atomic mass of zinc is 65U plus 1 into oxygen, as you know, 16. So we are getting 81 atomic mass unit. Now formula unit mass of Na2O, again 2 into atomic mass of sodium, you know, plus 1 into atomic mass of oxygen. So 2 into 23 plus 1 into 60, 62 units. These all are in the ionic forms, dears. That is why it is a formula unit mass. Now coming to K2CO3, 2 into atomic mass of K plus C plus 3 into atomic mass of oxygen. So 2 into 39 plus 1 into 12 plus 3 into 16. So answer you will get 138 unit. So here what is that you should know about the atomic masses. You should remember the atomic masses, then you can easily do it. It is same as that of molecular mass. Okay, nothing else. Both are similar. Only the cases, if they are in the ionic form, you have to write it as formula unit mass. Majority our problems will be in the molecular mass. Okay, so I hope you understood.